There really is an art to working with wigs to make them fit and sit correctly. The first thing you must be aware of is, number one, getting the hair of the client prepared underneath so that it's snug and flat and even. As you know, Rashima already has very short hair, so it wasn't a challenge in that regard. The next thing is to make sure the wig's on correctly. At the temples, there is a little tiny section that has metal in it, and you want to bend it and mold it around so it sits into the face and make sure that it's nice and even. This wig is called Ecstasy, and it's from the Raquel Welch line, and you can see it's got a lovely shape, it's got beautiful texture going through it, and I always like to customize the wig to the client's face shape and to her body size. Remember, every woman has a different size head, so it's very important that you make sure that it's not overwhelming on the head. I'm going to do a little bit of trimming around the face just to open the hairstyle out a little bit more, and I'm going to work with the razor. You can either work with the razor or with scissors to create a nice soft effect. You don't want to go in and do hard clubbed lines in a wig because it will make it look more wiggy. You want to always work on a realistic effect. So the first thing I'm going to do is create a soft fringe around the face. And I'm coming in, taking a very small section and just gently lightening the hair to create a nice soft wisp. Work very slowly into the wig. Now, when a client is asking for a specific hairstyle, make sure that number one, you customize to suit the client's bone structure, and secondly, make sure that you cut a wig that's already close to the hairstyle the client is actually asking for, so that all you're doing is minor changes. And you'll see by me just gently going in and softening, I make the piece sit nicely and it's more relaxed and much more natural. And I'm just letting the hair move across. Now this is actually made out of Kanekalon. So the bend that's in the hair will always stay. As I come around to the front, I want to actually open out a little bit more around the face. And again, just gently sliding into the hair, just to open out around the eye and the cheekbone. When you're working in this way, work gradually. You don't need to take sections the way you normally would if you were doing a haircut, because you really need to study how the wig is falling. So you take all of your disciplines from hair cutting and from razor cutting and you apply it to this work. But you want to work very visually so you can actually see what's going on as you're cutting. And I do prefer to work with the wig dry because I can see exactly how the hair is going to fall. Now Rashima is tall and she's slender. So I want to make sure that this wig balances with her body type. Otherwise she's going to look very, very top heavy. So here I just very gently blend into this nice long back. I'm going to repeat this method on my second side. So here in this area, I'm going to soften and open up around the face. Creating a nice wispy effect. Wigs are such a wonderful fashion accessory, and once you've customized your wig to suit your client's bone structure and her face, you've created something that's really very, very special. And it's a great addition to your existing business. All the products that we're showing on this tape, you could sell to one client. You'd really give her a wonderful wardrobe of looks that could fit the different activities she has in her life. And that's really the great thing about these products. And for women who are busy and on the go, who want to look a little bit more glamorous but don't have time, this is a very fast way to create instant glamour. Now the next thing I'm going to do is just break into this back. Again, customizing it to my client. I'm just going to put a few more layers in here and work in an abstract manner to create the texture. So just gently layering in. Where I see that it's looking a little heavy, I just go in and break into the surface. It's a great wig to work with because it's got such body and bounce. And anytime you have the hair hanging around the face, you want to make it as light as you can so that it doesn't pull the face down. There's quite a difference between the before and what we're ending up with now. And every single client will have a different need, and you must always personalize it to fit them and them alone. Now, you wouldn't razor cut human hair dry, but because this is Kanekalon, I can razor cut the hair dry. It's a very important point. Pretty soft, just lightening the shape up. And now let's take a look at Rashima standing up, wearing her outfit, and let's just take a look at the balance. The more irregular the hairstyle, the more soft and wispy the shape is, the more realistic it will look. Make sure that when you're styling, you have it cupping nicely around the face here, and this area here above the temples is fuller and it cascades down in a very gentle manner. Work with the razor or with the scissors in a sliding motion to create the irregular lengths of the hair, because that also brings in that sense of reality. And here we have a very, very pretty look. You look great.